iDiski Times, now available in stores around the country.
It is getting powered by World's Betting. iDiski Times, the CEO.za. Mamelodi Sundowns 2, Kaizer Chiefs 1. Tso Vilakazi is saying if the league ended today, Kaizer Chiefs would be in relegation.
No, mama ngathi kuphelile manje. Siyababala mfisi siyababala ukuthi ezanlono lana nalola. Sesiyapatanisa manje ukuthi ubale simsaveayo manje.
Kusho ukuthi nentwana yakho bayarelegate ngoba ku-Richards Bay 0 points after 2 games, Chiefs 1 point after 2 games.
Beka awuza ngisho bese siyapatanisa manje ukuthi wena nawe ndoda akawini ungcono kuphume wena kusale lona 1 point.
Mr. So the team that deserved to win won. At some point, we thought Chiefs was snatching it away. In football, you know, sometimes I love this game so much that when I was younger, I used to coach. Now it's all you were part of it. You grew up in it. Machaka is a referee. Yeah. We've all been immersed in it. Junior started playing when he was very young. When I was 21, I used to coach. And sometimes being secretary of my local football association, LFA. And sometimes you just watch a game and you're like, there's only one team in this. Yeah. And then, ngabo 70, sometimes Mausekas, Gabanda, and you're like, okay, maybe there's only 10 minutes left. There's only one team in this game. And then, boom, the team that's not in the game scores, and it's 1-1. And sometimes it's 2-1. Yeah. They run away with it and they win. This almost happened today. Sundowns clearly deserved to win, but Kaizer Chiefs could have got a point. Why couldn't they defend from that moment? We snatched the point and let's safeguard it until the end of the game.
Mr. Kunjani?
Mr. Tso.
Ngibulisa wena, ngibulisa Junior, ngibulisa Justice, ngibulisa Machaka, nginibulisa nanemakhaya. Cela support njalo la iDiskiTV. Ngizobeka nje njalo ngishike futhi. Mr. Nkewu, you know when you bathi mawulwa boxing bakutshela bathi last round.
Absolutely.
Bakutshela bathi no sekusele 20 seconds. Yep. You know what you need to do. It tells you, it must ring in your mind to say, look, this guy has been hitting me. Yes. If I have to run for that 20 seconds is a play, let it be, so that I know that I'm safe. You know, that's why I team we you know ngingamamela post interview yake coach Ntseki when he says there were questions and they had to deal with them to come up with answers.
You're speaking your language of questions and answers. Maybe you guys come from the same instructor. You come from the same instructor.
You know, this game, it's cool. And when you said that, and you know, I tend to really, you know, have Lendole, you know, we'll see a different team altogether. Your Chiefs were Sundowns. That was the thing. That was the thing. Now here's the game. Yeah. Everyone saw. If we're honest, all of us, we saw that Sundowns are all over. They're all over, and Chiefs couldn't stop Sundowns any tool. There
was only one team.
Yes. So now you've got that point. Go and sit. You've got. How many minutes? I think they had about 2 minutes left.
There were a few minutes.
Yes. Go and sit and say, guys, against Sundowns, we've got a point. That point is a gold. Let's sit there. When they come, let's kick it to the corner flag. The game is finished. That finish. Over. 1 point. But now, you know, we tend to have that thing of, no, but we can get something out of nothing. Yeah. We can get something out of nothing. Yes, if you know, lucky cross, Ponsane, good cross boy. That cross is a very, very difficult cross to deal with, and that's why that defense of Sundowns, it was not easy to defend that cross. Well done, boy, good one. And to put it in. Well done. That's it. Go. You've got a couple of seconds to get that point. Go and sit. And we tend to have Lendole. No, but we managed to get that goal. Maybe we can get the second one. And then you are still open. One long ball, done, finish. And to be honest, if that game was going to end up in a draw, I think the whole team, including the coach, everyone was going to point to Shalulile. Yeah. Shalulile had opportunities that really to wrap up the game. I think it was about 70 minutes. Finally, tape in La Pana 2-0 done. There was no way for Chiefs to come back on that. But it was good to see Mayema coming back. Unlike Peterson, you know, Mr. Kew, after all the good job that he's been doing, the keeper, you know, he saved the team to be embarrassed by Sundowns. He saved the team. I thought he was going to be a man of the match because, you know, without him there, I think the score was going to be crazy. And then all the difficult balls. Now the very, very easiest one has to go in. And I know he's so disappointed, but he did very well. And Chiefs, they still have a long way to go. They still have to work hard. We still want to see Chiefs what type of footballer they want to play. Because at some point, you see them, they want to pull up from the back. At some point, they play a long ball.
Sorry, just on that point, when the mistake was made, which led to the first goal, the Sundowns, Msimango is pointing, which then gives you an impression, it's an individual decision that some of the players were taking, whereas and the others were like, no, hit it there, which is now it's unclear what is the way that they're playing. This is why it's important to have a way. This is how we play, and then you stick on it. Gavin Hunt, you know, we wouldn't expect that from him. We would expect him his defenders get the ball, hit it forward. With this Chiefs team, they need to decide. It's either you believe in playing football or you don't believe in playing football. That's what I picked up on Umsimang. Which is, there's nothing wrong with playing football at the back because Sundowns is doing the same thing as well. I want to ask you about the gap. So, last season Sundowns won the league by 16 points. 16 points. That's 5 matches plus 1 match. 1 point, right? Chiefs, they won it from Pirates. Chiefs were further from that gap. It may have been 30 points between Chiefs and Sundowns. Maybe it was 25, I don't know. I have to go and check that number. But I know that they won it by 16 points. Maybe from Chiefs it may have been 25 points. It means that's a quarter of the season. It's like we only need to play 20 matches. We don't even need to play the 10 matches. We are so better than you. On the field of play today, you're saying Peterson saved them from a crazy score and embarrassment. Does it look like any sign that that gap is closing or could close this season? Not Uguti ingaba a title race, because I don't think that's going to happen. It's not going to be a title race between Chiefs and Sundowns. But does it look like that gap anytime soon it could close at a level of quality, style of play, and tactics from the coaches?
No. Mr. Kew, it kept because when you look at the Chiefs, the way they're playing, let's count. How many chances did they create? You see, that's where the problem starts. You know, when you look at
the first half.
Yeah, first half. So then when you look at Sundowns, a lot. You know, they've missed golden opportunities. So when you look at those two things, then it tells you they still have a long way to go. Because one is, Mr. Kew, you need to create. When you create chances, now you're giving us an idea. But they're trying. There is something that they're working on it. So now after that, step B is that, guys, now we're creating. Let's finish up. So when you look at the Chiefs, I would say they had only one chance. Yile, a cross up on Sane, and then Kolga Tipros. That's it. Check the whole game. Other than that, there's really nothing. Williams are testify.
Well, the only thing that was dangerous was the set pieces that Chiefs didn't use. It's strange. Maybe that's compliment to Sundowns, because I think maybe there was 7 corners by Kaizer Chiefs, and given that they offered nothing in open play, those would have been the opportunities that they could maximize. When we get the corners, let's get 2 headers on target and see what happens. Which is well done to Sundowns that there was no threat from those corners. So there were chances in that sense. Yoba, the only time that they were in that final third, Sundowns, it would have been those corners and those free kicks because there were so many yellow cards at this game. I'm like, I don't know, he mishandled this game at the beginning. Maybe rectified it later in the game, but there were so many yellow cards as well. I'm sorry to interrupt your train of thought. So you were talking about opportunities not created by Chiefs.
Yeah, Mr. Gill, they had set pieces, corner kicks. You look at the opponents to say, hey, Awulibusa, Mvala, Abdul, Mudau, that's all. Those are big guns. And then when you look at your team, you've got Chiva Vero, he's the only one who's got the height. And then you need to balance and say, let's play short corner. Let's try maybe Omar has got a bit of power. Let's push everyone inside those poles so that we can play it back outside the box for him to take a shot. You try all those elements because you can't match that defense of Sundowns with height. And there is no way. That's why they couldn't win anything. And they keep on pumping those balls there. And I'm like, but guys, really? Because when you look at Chiefs, they had about 3 guys that you think they can hit. 2 center backs and a strike. Who else? No one. Then when you look at Sundowns, Shalula can hit, Abdul, Libusa, Mudau, Mvala. You can't challenge those people. So you need to come up with those dynamics to say, okay, let's play a short corner here, and then try and dribble here. Maybe we're gonna play a low pass back, somebody to tap in. Okay, it's not working. Let's push everyone there inside that goal post to the keeper. Kubelo Vurvai, and then we're gonna play it back. Laumat, Matt come back. You need to balance it like that. But I was disappointed.
I need to ask you one last thing, so before I let you go. Junior mentioned it as well. This thing of in the first game for Chiefs, you had Mduduzi, you also have Ngobo, and then today you had Modi Dupree. Clearly for us, we always like Dupree. He's always been our favorite player since Stellenbosch. We always were saying this is a player. He has a very good pace and he just needs to work on his finishing. Maybe a straightforward question would be, how do you solve this problem? Because Usaile was in the first game. He's not in today, came in the second half. Do you persist with Ranga? You're going to the MTN 8 this weekend. How does your front line look like? Do you continue with the Peterson, given that he gave you an assist as well? How does a Chiefs picked by Tso look like going into the weekend?
Yeah, Mr. Kyo, it's just that it's easy to pick that team. The problem is that how are they going to play? I can pick that team like now. Let me pick it now. Yeah, I'll have Frosla. I'll have the 2 Ditlokwe and Msimang. Then I'll have play Kofi. Utlanti. Then here I'll play Castillo. Then in front of Castillo, I will play Tutuzi, I'll play Nongopo. And then right, I'll go with Tipruzangale. Left, I'll go with Ponsane Lapayana. And then angifake lengadla lapha. But angifuni lena le. Yena lo chief avrilo lo wakhona. Ay ngizoyenza njalo akabe lapha but manje ngimfundisa ukuthi mawulapha. Don't make a run your side in. Stay there. Stay inside the box. Allow Dipro to make a run and put it back for you. Unangapa enza kanjalo Ponsane nangale go down the line, put it back for you. These 2 come closer to him. As soon as the ball goes wide, good Tipruza or Ponsane, you guys come closer to him so that sometimes he doesn't have to force get a core. Sometimes just have to lay it back for you guys and then you just play the second ball.
There you go. Kaizer Chiefs go into the MTN 8 weekend. So is Sundowns, so is Orlando Pirates, so is Cape Town City, and everyone else was in the top 8. SuperSport United, how can I forget? They were number 3 last season. So they'll play whoever finished number 5 or something like that. 3 versus 5, 2 versus 6, 1 versus 7, something like that. 1 versus 8, yeah. You will find out, of course, in the fullness of time what are the fixtures. So many other games playing as well. We hope you enjoyed this fixture. This is a marquee fixture. After the Soweto Derby, this is the second biggest fixture, and the third biggest fixture being Sundowns versus Pirates as well. So we're happy with the turnout of the fans. Sundowns could have scored way more goals, so we're happy with the entertainment as well. It is iDiskiTV, Diski Times. We're also splitting. Thank you for watching us.